Greetings, quarantinos! You stumbled upon the one, the only, except no imitations, the Pockyclypse Variety Show, hosted by myself, Kathleen, as one little girl of my acquaintance used to call me, and by my faithful co-host, Eustace, a ditto dragon who lives in an ice bucket. Well, if he's useless, we don't want him around here. Deep cuts. Why am I wearing goggles, you may want to know? Well, let me ask you a question. It's the Pockyclypse. Why aren't you wearing goggles? With these goggles, you see, I feel completely prepared, completely ready to face what's coming next on this show. What's coming next on this show, Eustace? It's the weather. The weather report from my tiny apartment is... Central California weather reports today calling for cloudy with a chance of pandemic. Turning to the news, the most important stories, according to a poll participated in by both Eustace and myself, include the fact that, unlike most pandemics and even epidemics throughout human history, zoos and aquariums around the world are now able to connect animals to their adoring public via the World Wide Web. In Portland, Oregon, animal handlers took an elephant around to meet its neighbors, of which it determined its favorites were the sea lions. Good call, elephant. Sea lions really are the good doggos of the sea. In other news, Mo Willems, celebrated author of Knuffle Bunny, the Pig and Elephant books, and a whole series in which a pigeon is disappointed, is offering free doodling classes on the Kennedy Center's channel right here on YouTube, every day at 1 p.m. Finally, today's birthdays include, let's see, who do we have today, Eustace? Oh, that's right, me! So if anybody was wondering if I was going to make it to 35, ta-da! I did it. I can do anything I put my mind to. Huzzah! In light of this very interesting development, Eustace and I are going to teach you how to play one of these two games from Green Couch Games. First we have Best Treehouse Ever! Woo! There they go. Then we have Before the Earth Explodes! Put on your goggles, kids. Children, if the Earth is exploding, you need goggles that fit. Figured it out. It is for 2 players. It estimates that it takes 20 minutes to play, and it's for ages 13 and up. The other one is a little more kid-friendly. It is... Not that the other one's like adult or anything. It's just, 13 and up gameplay level estimation. This one is for ages 8 and up. I have actually played it with kids younger than 8. Full disclosure, Eustace is only about 6 months old, but we're gonna let him play anyway. It also occurs to me that if I were a kid, I would just want to play with the different tiles of treehouse pieces and just use my imagination, and that's okay too, guys. That's an okay thing to do with your quarantine. It's super fun though, and kids really enjoy it. It takes about 30 minutes to play, and it's for 2 to 4 players. So I think this is the one we're gonna demo today. I know it better than the other one. This one I played at New Year's with the other person who lives in this apartment besides Eustace. But that's the only time that I personally have played it. He's played it a couple times. I demoed this one, and we bought them both, and they're fun. This evening, I'm going to teach you how to play Best Treehouse Ever. And like I said, if you are interested in playing this game, you can order it from Green Couch Games, not sponsored. Open up a whole new world of treehouse building to you. I know what I'm doing. Haha. So Eustace, as you may recall, there are different types of cards. These are bonus cards that you can use to make the game a little more complicated, but I don't feel the need to get into that today, particularly with only 2 players. Now here is the money, the base of your treehouse. They each have a different way to get up. The yellow one has a rope ladder, the blue one has a regular ladder. The red one has what looks like a swing with maybe a pulley. Maybe you lift it up and down. Pretty awesome. And the orange one is planks nailed to the tree. So you can pick whichever one you want. And there are appertaining markers, which have 2 uses. So which one would you like, Eustace? rope ladder? Okay, if you like. I will be blue. Okay.
Blue. No. Yellow.
Ah, here are the treehouse room cards. That super fun. And I'm going to set this box aside, just in here with John Muir, and get out the tokens. The little, I want to say hexagon? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagons go here. And the little acorns go over here on your treehouse. So you can see when you look close at the base of your treehouse, you have 3 outlines of acorns. Each one is a space for the same token. So, I don't know why I got an orange. No, I do. It's because I thought about using orange. It's not orange that I did, though. I chose blue this time. So you started out in the middle. And when you add a room to one side, you move the acorn toward that side. If it's all the way to one side, then the next room you place has to either be in the center or toward the opposite side. You can't go any further this way. So this is taking into account weight dynamics. So if you were to build a treehouse and it was all on the left, every room was on the left, or even more than half of the rooms were on the left, your tree would lean over and maybe crash. So we don't do that. It's a part of the rules, and it makes the fun a little more challenging, which is great. We each get 6 cards, Eustace. Ta-da! As you can see, there are different colored cards. Each one is flavorful and has its own style and name, kind of theme. So I'm going to choose Spiral Staircase. I don't know if those are right lined up or not. Which one would you like, Eustace? This. Okay. All right, now that we have both chosen cards, we can review them and decide on the placement. Now, if you look close on this card, you can see that there are lines that are darker green here and here, which means that's the dividing line. So in your first round, you're going to build the tree up. Let's get as much space as we can here. You're going to build the tree up, and you've only got 2 spaces. There's no center section yet. So I gotta pick one of these. I'm gonna put a spiral staircase right there. All right, and now it's swappy time. I pass mine clockwise. He passes his clockwise. And now we look at our new hands. Here's where the colors play in. When you placing a color for the first time, you can place it in any of the allowable arrangements. But after that, if I want to place another green one, like this one, I have to place it contiguous with the other green one that I already have placed. It has to be attached to it. One thing to keep in mind as you build is that you can close off a color. Like if my whole next row included no greens, what that would mean was that I couldn't build any more greens. I couldn't put any more greens into this treehouse. So you don't want to close off a color if you can help it. Sushi kiosk. Yum, yum. Place it and fix your acorn. Now where does your acorn go? Toward the newly placed one, which brings it back to the center in this case. Perfect. So Whoppy cards. This is going clockwise, that's going clockwise. All right, I have 3 colors in play, and I'm gonna wanna build on one of these lower colors. I've got a sleepover room. They're both green, so they are attached to each other. And I gotta move my acorn because now my treehouse is tilting to me. Now I have to move it on the left because of my arrangement. It has to go on the left to get the acorn back where it needs to go. And I don't have any brown options, which means I am blocking off brown. Can't have any more browns. Half pipe, yeah. What did you choose? Apple orchard.
Dragons love apples.
Eustace has closed off green. Eustace can't use green or purple anymore. He's closed off both. He is not a very strategic player.
Yep.
Woo-hoo. All right, we're ready for round 2. Now, the beginning of round 2 includes the scoring. So we're going to get out those scorecards, and I'm going to explain some things. So we have one scoring card for each color, for each type of room. Oh, they're labeled. Yellow is education rooms. Green is outdoor rooms. Purple is entertainment rooms. Oh, that makes sense. Blue is water rooms. Red is activity rooms, and brown is food rooms. So when you're scoring, you can see each of them counts for 1 point. However, if you are playing with 2 people, you each get one of these cards. This room type does not score this round, and you each get to choose one room to place it on. In the first round, the player that goes first is the oldest player, which today is me, because it's my birthday.
What if Eustace is infinity years old?
No, we know he's only about 6 months old. It's established canon.
Okay.
Thank you, disembodied voice. Which means if I have the most of one color, green in this case, I don't want it to be green. I have only one of a lot of other ones, so any one of those would be good. What I want to do is look at what my opponent Eustace has more than one of. Red. Okay, I would love for him not to be able to get any points off of red. So I place this card over the red rooms, and then Eustace gets to pick one. So neither of us gets points for those colors. So now, I should also note that if you're playing with more than 2 players, there's another kind of card. And that kind of card is the double, see, this round each player scores 2 per room of this type in their treehouse. Double score instead of no score for that color. So then we tally up our points. Eustace has no points from the red, 1 from purple, 1 from green, 1 from brown, 1 from blue. That Eustace goes 1, 2, 3, 4. See now that this is the scorekeeper card setup. Now I have no points from green, 1 each from 4 colors, so I also am on 4. We are tied going into this next round. So I think we're gonna keep building our tree houses now and get back to you later toward the end of the game so that you can see how this all ends up. So, having scored twice, that is played 2 rounds with scoring at the end of each, we are now in this scenario. Eustace is in the lead with 22 points. I'm trailing behind with only 21 points. We blocked out brown and green because Eustace has a lot of brown and I have a lot of green. Now we're going into the 3rd round. You cannot have more than 6 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not counting the tree, I think. So we can finish this row, we can add 1 more row, and after that we have to stop, and not just because we're out of room, but because it's in the rules. So, we have here a discard pile because a couple of times we got to the end of a round and neither of us could play the last card in our hand because we blocked off a color. In my case, brown. In Eustace's case, green.
And purple.
Hmm?
And purple.
And so, we have a discard pile, and we have this to draw from. I recommend a larger table, or at least a longer one for this, or really you can play it on the floor as long as you don't have anyone or anything that will knock things over. So I don't recommend that if you have a dog, or a cat, or a Roomba, or a small prehensile-tailed primate, or a squirrel, or... And now, the final round. Are you even ready? Dun, 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 dun. I'm all the way to the right, so I need to go to the left. And I think it's time for... You ready, Eustace?
Yep.
The library!
And I got a bowling alley.
Ooh, I love a bowling alley. Rock climbing wall.
Pirate ship.
What? That's amazing. I want a pirate ship. You ready, Eustace? Final row.
Yep.
Go. Swappy swappy. Oh. Interesting, interesting. water slide. We're totally
Surf
on top of each other.
simulator.
We're really on top of each other. It's okay, we like each other really well. Don't be useless.
Eh.
All right.
I can't
I'm
go.
ready if you are. You what?
I can't go.
You can't? Okay, well I will. Even though I don't like funhouse mirrors and don't want them in my treehouse, they will give me points. That's not the discard pile. It's not the discord pile either, but we will have some discord if you put the discards all over the place, willy-nilly. Alrighty. Okay, well that's it, my friends. That's the end of the hand. That's the end of the round. It's time to score. Alright, Eustace, here's your no counting this round card. Where do you want to put it?
Purple.
Purple. And I want to put yours on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Eustace has very cleverly divided up his points among a lot of different colors, so if I nix one of them, he still gets a lot of points from the others. So what do I have fewer of than Eustace does out of these three that he has
Green.
the most of? Out of red,
You should nix the
blue,
green.
or brown. Don't listen to Eustace, he's a brat. Okay, it's blue! Alrighty, kids. It's time to score. We are not scoring purple or blue. Eustace has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 plus 22 is going to be 37. 37. Alright. So, not counting purple or blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 plus 21 is 34. What madness is this? Time to turn over the table. Just kidding. The table is a really cool treasure chest that I bought at Goodwill for $7. Ignore that man behind the legs. I'm only playing with Eustace. There's no one else here. Anything else is your imagination. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been best treehouse ever. We hope you've enjoyed it. Eustace and I would like to thank you very much for joining us for our show today. Of course, we're just kidding about it being the Pockyclypse. Some of you may still be confused about what exactly a Pockyclypse is, but I feel like you should be able to figure it out contextually. You know, comedy is how many humans cope with stress and uncertainty. And I hope, and Eustace does as well, that this has helped you too, if you're one of the quarantinos who've been mandated or otherwise just chosen in civic interest to stay at home. And if we've brought a little smile onto your face and a little fun into your life, we're very pleased with that result and hope you'll tune in next time, if there is a next time. Meanwhile, we'd like to leave you with a little song. Happy Pockyclypse to you. Happy Pockyclypse to you. Happy Pockyclypse quarantinos. Happy Pockyclypse to you. Happy Pockyclypse to you. Happy Pockyclypse to you. Happy Pockyclypse quarantinos. Happy Pockyclypse to you. And that's how long you're supposed to wash your hands. Good night, quarantinos.